So, today is character slash celebrity day for homecoming week. I'm dressed up in a jailbird suit. I have a little, I don't know if you can see it, I have a little name tape that says inmate number and class of 2021. That's my sophomores. And then I'm going to tell them to prove me wrong that this is not them in a couple of years. Oh, everybody's been dying laughing this morning. Walking in, they're like, who are you? I couldn't think of there's a bazillion celebrities that I could have been. But I just thought it was fun. I wanted to, hang out and dress up today. And I thought it was funny that today is today because yesterday's Schoology chat that I so missed. I'm so sorry, Jared, that it was about, performing for your students and stuff. And I really, really wanted to make that one. But, the National League wildcard game had me enthralled. Plus, I was grading so many. We have a grade check Friday for UIL for extracurricular activities through the state. We have a check, and so students are staying late, trying to finish up work. I pulled a fast one on my students, and they had a huge assignment that was due last Friday. Well, it's not a huge assignment, but it's like a bunch of little assignments combined, and they, a whole bunch of kids failed to do it. We're doing the fiction, and they're reading short stories. Each story has like 3 assignments to it, a discussion, a quiz, and an actual assignment. And so if you, do all 4 stories, that's 12 assignments. That's 12 grades for you. That's great. But if you don't do any of that work, that's 12 zeros for you, and that's bad. Bad, bad, bad. So I sent an email home after I locked all my assignments on Sunday and said, hey, parents, your kids had a month to work on this work in class and they didn't do it. I'm going to give them another opportunity to do it, but I want you to respond to my email acknowledging the fact that you knew they had a month to do their work and still didn't do it. I've gotten in the neighborhood of about 20 responses back from parents saying, hey, I'm going to talk to my student about this and see what's up. And in the meantime, can you let them turn the work in? Sure. So again, that Schoology individual assign comes in. I wouldn't be able to do this without it. So once again, Schoology saves the day. My curriculum director yesterday has told the district tech people that I'm over here, that I am the on-point person for my campus for the blended learning cohort. I just got done yesterday asking a whole bunch of people to join our cohort 3. So I'm excited about that. I think there's some really good people that really want to do Schoology and learn about Schoology going to that cohort. And so it should be great. We have a cohort reunion on the 17th that I'm very excited about. So this is going to be half of today's Give Me a Minute, and I'll be back after school to tell you how the day went. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey there, it's been a minute. I went home last night. There was a huge, I can't even call it a fight. It was a brawl. Just down and out, dirty brawl in my room yesterday during 6th period. So everything was cool. Everything was chill. These boys were sitting adjacent to each other. They had their chairs turned. They were talking to each other. So it was pick a partner for your next project day. I thought they were working together. There was a girl sitting next to them saying they were laughing and joking. So I guess everything was fine until it wasn't fine. Because the next thing I know, I was answering a question to somebody on the other side of the table from the boys. And the next thing I know, the one boy is driving the other boy into the wall. There's a phone. Oh, wait, where's my phone? Hang on. My phone's not on the wall anymore. I keep saying, hello, it's for you. To all my students, they're cracking up. I hate the phone anyway, so I'm really glad it kind of got dispersed off the wall. So they went to hit the wall, and then they pushed off the wall and went to a group of desks in the middle of the room, and were kind of rolling around, tussling around over there. Then they ended up underneath, both of them, underneath a table by the classroom door. At that point, I had both their feet, or all four of their feet, I should say, all four of their legs locked up, so they couldn't move, And my co-teacher, who's the inclusion teacher, she was wearing a dress yesterday. She was really helpful. She said, "Stop." She said, "Oh, you're going to hurt him." She was really no help whatsoever. None at all. "Stop. You're going to hurt him." And this was right after the one boy took the other boy's head and cracked it against the floor so hard. Dude, I heard that kid's skull hit the floor. All right, and so then the kid who did that, he wiggled out of my arms. And so I had the kid whose head got hit, and I wasn't going to let him get up because I didn't want to get him up and have him stumble because he had a head injury. I mean, I was legit worried for his safety. And it was freaky. So finally, the co-teacher sent a couple of girls, "Go get the APs." And then they ran, and they came back, and I'm on the floor with legs, and I look at them, and I go, "Go get the police." We have police on campus. And so then they left to get the police. So then the APs come, and everything gets cleared up out of the room and out of the hall. And after all the APs took all the kids and their witnesses to write statements, then the police showed up. They were a big help. But my neck is really jacked up from here, and it's radiating down my arm. It hurts to move my arm. So I'm filling out the forms that they told me to. They made me go see the nurse here on school. So I'm going to fill out the forms and see what they want me to do next. So they may send me to the doctor. I'm not sure. I don't know how that's going to work with the whole VA thing. And, that's my place of care. And I don't know. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Sorry. It's like I said, it's been another day. I have another recording, and it's a real short one. And I was going to use it and make a longer one that day. But that was in itself a crazy day. I ended up going to a district level conduct meeting, as coincidentally. I got my APs selected me to go. I'm on the campus conduct committee, and she said, "Hey, will you come and be on the district conduct committee?" And I said, "Sure." So I went dressed up in my prisoner outfit. It was quite ironic, and everybody laughed at me. And because it was a normal day for them, but it's homecoming week for us. So I'm going to click out, finish my forms, and see if I can go maybe get some sham time, half a day off or something, and just go lay in the bed. All right? Have a good day. Thanks for joining me for Give Me a Minute. Hey there, hi there, ho there. I know I haven't recorded in a couple of days. I've been kind of down and out. I think I mentioned it in my last video, which I'm going to post right before I post this one. There was a big fight in my room last week, and my neck and, goodness, that's a big, large lump. My neck and my shoulder have been really jacked up, and we had a 3-day weekend last week, and it's just been a minute since I made a recording, and I needed to, so I need to make myself do it. Today the students all did PSATs, and then we got started late as usual. And then so at the end of testing, there was supposed to be a 5th, 6th, and 7th period, and there was 6th and 7th because we started late, so we got out late. It's just been a crazy day because of testing. It usually is because of testing. So to back and remind you, remember I had the kid post stuff on a profile in Schoology, and it was a bunch of inappropriateness, and mom was like, "Get that kid out of my class right now." So the AP that works with that kid talked to the mom and said, "Hey, I know that teacher, And if you want to move your kid out of that class, you can do that. I'm not going to stop you, but and this is like, it took me like a whole like day to process this. The assistant principal told the parent, if you remove your kid from that teacher's class, then you would be removing your student from the best teacher on our campus's class. And she told me that she told the mom that also, and like it did. I mean, like it didn't sink in until like a day or two later. We had the 3-day weekend, and I actually went back on Tuesday. We didn't have any school Monday for Columbus Day, and I actually went back to her. Excuse me, and I said, "Man, I actually processed what you said to that parent, and I wanted to say thank you. I mean, that meant a lot to me for her to tell a parent that. I mean, that's like, a testament. That's not from me. That's from somebody that was a supervisor of mine for the last 3 years till now. She was my PDAS, or they call it T-test now. She was my supervisor for the last several years, and told a parent that, and she goes, I like I said, I was amazed, because I've never had that kind of affirmation from anybody that works in my building, anybody that supervises me. Usually, they're like, oh, I'm glad you didn't curse at the children. I'm glad you didn't throw the children out the window. I'm glad you didn't hurt anybody. Those are the kinds of comments I get normally. I mean, I haven't thrown a kid out the window yet, I tell them I'm gonna, but I haven't. So I mean, that was like kind of the resolution to that deal. The kid wasn't removed from my class. The children that got into a fight last week are in out of school suspension. Man, it's been that kind of day. You do nothing, and you're more tired when you do nothing than when you do everything all day long. So that kid stayed. The 2 boys that were in a fight, they're out of school suspension right now. I have no clue when they'll come back, but I know when they come back, they'll go to the alternative school for fighting. That's kind of automatic. They go for 45 days or 90 days. Depends on, I guess, how bad or whatever it was. And so we'll kind of see how that goes. It was crazy. But, yeah, like I said, I got a really big lump. I've been to the doctor Friday. I went back today. I got some steroids. I'm prescription for a couple of days. Good. Yes. Man, I'm beat. I'm exhausted. Like I said, all I've been doing is laying around for the last couple of days because I've been tired and I'm really sore. I don't really have... I've been doing like the Frankenstein move to turn around because this side of my neck's been jacked up because of that fight. And trying to stop it. I did stop it, but took me a minute to do that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna, let's see, is this a kind of short one? Yeah, it's another 4 minutes or so. I'm gonna attach this one to the end of, I got 2 other ones. I'm gonna put them all together. It may be like, maybe 10 or 12 minutes all together. I'm gonna make one big, give me a minute and put that out because, like I said, I haven't in a couple of days. Just wanted to explain why. I'm going to get back on track tomorrow because we're doing a flip hunt. I'm pretty excited about that. So I got some kids. We're all doing that tomorrow, okay? Stick around. Flip hunt's going to be awesome. Laters.